Hello and welcome to In the Cult of the Wenton Knave. We are doing all this King Crimson, all, not absolutely everything, but generally the CDs that look like that. We are doing some box sets, so we are doing the Projects box set for example, but obviously we're not going to do the huge Road to Red and all that stuff because it just gets silly then, and it is already silly, let's be serious about this, because this particular period we're doing is a lot of live albums by the same band. And today we have got to Brighton, live in Brighton. Now I believe by this point they've made the album, I think, but they're still in Brighton, they're still in England. It's an audience recording, so the question is, why would you want to do that? And of course the reason is it's the only available live recording of Islands, actually, a live version of Islands, so that's cool. Because it's audience, obviously it means you can take it or leave it really. It's certainly not a crucial CD you need to get. I think the same quality, much the same as Epitaph Discs 3 and 4, better than Marquee sound, but not as good as Hyde Park. It's all, to a certain extent, it feels like a step back from the Marquee show in that they started opening with Circus again, which seems crazy to me. It just doesn't seem the right song to start with. And Mars is back in the show as well, so it's funny that. So, but although this is after recording the album, or at least I think it is, although the accepted wisdom is as soon as they recorded the album they went on tour and Fripp stopped talking to everyone and it was all miserable. They sound like they're having a lot of fun at this point. You know, including Fripp seems to be having a lot of fun. There's a lot of banter going on and it sounds great. It's a shame you can't always hear what they're saying because of the quality. That does seem to contradict what we've been told, but maybe that didn't kick in until a bit later. But they've done the album where the other band members haven't had an input and all that stuff, and that sort of resentment should be there. But the bloody VCS, the Atari VCS, means we can't hear what's going on a lot of the time because of the which is supposed to be the sound of the sea. But that's the way it goes. There's the chat right at the start. It sounds really funny, and there's some sort of banter with Fripp and Ian Wallace, I think. I can't hear what they're saying. If anyone could tell me what they're saying, transcribe it to us, because it's really cool. The actual music is at much the same stage as Marquee, so they haven't moved forward yet. Although I think the set list is not as good. It's funny how you can never have too many versions. I mean, this is Collectors Club 30. You know, last week we did Collectors Club 46. Collectors Club 46. And, you know, by the time we got to 30, I thought, well, really, I kept going, you know, but really we've pretty much heard it all now, you know. And by the time we got to Argentina 94, and that was it, episode 47, I thought, well, you know, I've got enough live Crimson now. They have truly beat the boots because you've heard it all. But then the Western era boxes came out, so that, you know, the Larks, Tongs and Aspics, Starless and Road to Red boxes. Now I want an Islands Earthbound box with, you know, the Peoria show, and I think it's Delaware show, and you know, more complete box set, or a Three of the Perfect Pair box, which was missing from the Collectors Club. Episode 42 was 1983 sessions. So I want more. I never get tired of more King Crimson. I need more. So yeah, the chat at the start, it sounds like Fripp. I assume it's Fripp. It doesn't have to be Fripp because the sound quality is so bad. It sounds like he feels he needs to justify, this is a new band, we've got these people here and we're going to be doing this. So there's a bit of justifying what they're doing before they play. Maybe they're worried about the audience being a bit, well, we only want to hear 21st Century Schizoid Man and nothing else. 21st Century Schizoid Man and Epitaph. No, you can't play anything else. And back to opening with Circus again. Circus is awesome live, as I've already said. With his band, it got better. It got better. But in track 2 is Pictures of a City, which they should open with, obviously. And that's still fantastic. Formentera Lady, nice intro. Better than the Marquee, I think, that one in terms of performance. Obviously, in terms of value as a CD, it isn't because of the sound. Sailor's Tale, much more like album, but this is ruined by distortion from the recording. I assume it's the recording and not the VCS going. Track 5 is The Letters. A generic version. By this point, I'm bored of The Letters. It kept in the set, or it kept coming back to the set right till the end. Obviously, the fantastic sax riff is wonderful, but the better stuff they could have done maybe. Now track 6, there is another announcement. I assume it's another justification. This is what I'm going to play. It's going to sound like this. I can't hear at all what they're saying. Let me know what they're saying. This is the only reason for this album to exist, really, because of the sound quality. But yeah, there you go. A live version of Islands. Obviously, it doesn't have all the orchestration that's on the album version, but it's still nice. It's very similar, arranged the same as the album version. Track 7, or well, actually disc 1 of disc 2 is Ladies of the Road, much like the Marquee version. Track 2 is Groon, but listed as Schizoid Man, and the following track is Schizoid Man listed as Groon, and that comes up on iTunes as well as wrong. Whether that was the original, that's the correct concert listing is there, or whether they realised that was wrong afterwards and fixed it on the CD, and the CD is correct. Who knows? Doesn't really matter, obviously. Groon seems like a really killer version of Groon. I wonder if it's the kind of thing that benefits from an audience recording, kind of like Led Zeppelin really benefits from audience recordings. It kind of sounds better, and all those noises and all that stuff going on. But it sounds like a fantastic version. Lots of fun right from the start, and that's what that track's about. I think it's a fun track. Then we have 21st Century Schizoid Man, much like the Marquee. They've not established their own version of it just yet, but obviously it's always good. And then Mars, one of the last versions. As I said before, I don't think the magic just isn't there when this band did it. It's the previous band's song. It's not their song. It's not their thing. They're playing the same stuff, but it's all right, obviously. But that sort of terrifying fire of the '69 band doing it isn't there for whatever reason. See you next week for Detroit 71. That's a good one.